there's more that we intend to get done over the course of the next year. Okay, Byron.
Thanks, Josh. The State Department today is reportedly releasing only about 1,000 of Secretary Clinton's remaining 9,000 emails. That's in, at least doesn't comport with the judge's order ordering their release by today. Lawyers for your administration have asked to delay the release to the last day of February, which would be the day before the Super Tuesday primaries. Does the public, and especially the Democratic voting public, have a right to see Secretary Clinton's emails before they cast ballots?
Well, I think no. I think the extraordinary request that Secretary Clinton put forward to actually release her emails is something that I'm not sure has a precedent, at least for federal office holders. So the fact is, the Democratic primary voters, to the extent that they're interested in reading those emails, and I'm not sure very many of them are, but to the extent that they are, have already had the opportunity to review tens of thousands of them, at least tens of thousands of pages of them. And there is more work that needs to be done, and the State Department has been engaged in a rigorous process to ensure that the release of those emails is consistent with the standards that are laid out in the Freedom of Information Act. And given the volume of material that they had to review, they weren't able to complete that work in the time frame that was laid out by the judge. But they have a plan in place to complete that work as soon as possible, and I know that they're pursuing that even as we speak.
You said it was her request to release these emails, but you concede that these are records the public is entitled to see under the Freedom of Information Act, right? I mean, this is part of an ongoing lawsuit. It's part of long-delayed litigation into her records, which are public. I mean, it's not like she, this is a judge's order. Would you concede they're public records and they belong to the public?
Well, I would concede that they are public records that are subject to the Freedom of Information Act request, but that is different than proactively releasing all of them. No judge ordered her to do that. She said that to demonstrate her commitment to transparency, that's what she would do. And this administration has devoted significant resources, because that's consistent with the president's commitment to transparency, to try to fulfill that request. And all of you and Democratic voters, again, to the extent that any of them are interested in this, have had ample opportunity to read thousands of pages of otherwise private correspondence. So again, the State Department is going to work hard to fulfill both the request that was made by Secretary Clinton and consistent with the direction of the judge.
In this correspondence, we've seen some emails dealing with the way Secretary Clinton and her aides deal with sensitive or classified information, including an email where she asks an aide to transmit something non-secure. Another video surfaced that Fox found of Wendy Sherman, a top State Department official, saying that top diplomats were emailing things that you would never see on an unclassified system. Does the White House have any concerns about the attitude at the State Department or among the Secretary's staff about classified information and sensitive information?
I haven't seen any of that reporting. I can tell you that that certainly the President has made clear that the handling of sensitive information should be it should be something that people are conscientious about, and that's certainly the case here. I know that Secretary Clinton and her team have said on a number of occasions that she neither sent nor received information on her private server that was stamped classified. That is consistent with the proper handling of sensitive materials. So, look, in the context of a presidential campaign, people are going to have a whole bunch of reasons to criticize any of the candidates. So it's not surprising to me that there are certain political opponents of Secretary Clinton that are looking for a way to use this situation to criticize her. That's part of the process, and she and her team, I'm confident, will muster a robust defense. Ron.